Hi everyone, my name is Aaron Hugbiakino. Good afternoon sir, good afternoon classmates. So for today's lesson, we will be discussing the chapter 2 which is the internal control and ERM framework. So for my group, I will be the one who will start to discuss the internal control and its composition.
Chapter 2 Internal Control and ERM Framework. We have our introduction or overview that risk management is a subset of internal controls and aim to facilitate effective and efficient operation of business and improving internal and external reporting and assisting with compliance and laws. This internal control nga ba? Internal control, according to my research, dito yung mga transactions ng company through other companies or organizations as well. Andito nakapaloob yung expenses, yung salaries, and everything na confidential about sa company, tsaka sa kanyang partnership. And also, internal control din yung may hawak, lalo na yung mga investment ng mga partnership nila. Ayan. Tsaka yung strategies na din. Tsaka, ayan. Kaya internal control yung may hawak kasi para hindi ma-expose at ma-assured ng company na safe yung yung mga confidential files nila or yung hindi dapat malaman ng ibang competitors nila. Kasi pag nalaman ng ibang competitors nila yung strategies or yung techniques o kung ano man yung partnership nila with this company is magkaroon ng advantage yung competitors nila. Kaya itong mga internal control is mahalaga sila sa part ng isang organization or pwede ding sa risk assessment ng organization. Ayan. So, ang pinaka main talaga na trabaho ng internal control or meaning is to achieve specific objectives. Kumbaga yung example ko is knowing is to ensure the payments of the other or the third parties. Slide ito. Andito yung figure kung saan pinapakita kung paano yung process ng internal control sa risk management. And so kung makikita niyo dito sa first is syempre sa corporate governance, which is the board oversight, and then next is mapupunta na siya sa internal control, sound system of internal control, and then next implementation, and then 4 is the risk management framework. Ayan na, risk management framework components. Dito na papasok yung susunod na i-discuss ko after natong figure. Yan. And then 5, the risk management policy. And then next yung risk management process na matatakal ng iba kong ka-group mates. And then yung last is kung ano nga ba yung sources ng risk, kung bakit nagkakaroon. Let's move forward to compositions of internal control. So, according to COSO, or the Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of the Tradeway Commission, the internal control has 5 components. The first one is the control environment. Here, dito sa control environment, dito siniset niya ba yung tone ng company, especially sa environment, lalo na this COVID-19 pandemic, is ina-assure ng internal control
Good day everyone, I am Micaela Igarado and I will be reporting the topic risk as a subset of internal control.
Good day, sir. Good day, everyone. The next topic is the risk as a subset of internal control. But before that, I will discuss first the term risk. Risk is the internal and external events that threaten the accomplishment of objectives, and specifically the risk relevant to the preparation of financial statements. From the word itself, risk, ito yung mga peligro na pwedeng mangyari sa loob ng companies. Also, risk is the possibility of something bad happening. Risk involves uncertainty about the effects of or implication of an activity with respect to something that humans value, often focusing on negative and desirable consequences. Ito nga yung mga peligro na hindi natin may iwasan pero kailangan nating solusyonan. The next one is the internal control. Internal control, this is the policies, plans, and procedure implemented to protect a firm assets or the company's asset. Ito naman yung mga internal control reduces the risk of asset loss and helps ensure that plan information is complete and accurate. Financial statements are reliable and the plan's operation are conducted in accordance with the provision of applicable laws and regulations. The people involved here are the board of directors, management, and other key personnel. According to this photo or in this picture, risk is a subset of internal control dahil nga sa company natin hindi naman talaga nawawala ang risk. The thing is, kailangan nating malaman kung paano natin masosolusyonan yung mga risk sa loob ng company. The next one is the Turnbull Report, or also known as Internal Control Guidance for Directors on the Combined Code 1999. The report informed directors of their obligation under the Combined Code with regard to keeping good internal controls in their companies or having good audits and check to ensure the quality of financial reporting and catch any fraud before it becomes a problem. Dito naman sa Turnbull Report, it's atong guide para sa mga companies para magkaroon sila ng knowledge kung paano nila may iwasan yung fraud and paano nila makikip na yung internal control nila sa loob ng company is tumatakbo ng maayos. The next one is the Section 10 of the guidance describe one of the main function of internal controls as follows. Sinasabi dito na a sound system of internal control contributes to safeguarding the shareholders' investment and the company's assets. It also facilitate the effective and efficient operation of the company, enabling it to respond to any significant risk which stand in the way of the company achieving its objectives. The risk could be business, compliance, operational, or financial. Dito naman sa application of risk management, makikita natin yung directors, remuneration, accountability and audit, financial reporting, and internal control. Nakapaloob sa internal control ng financial, operational, compliance, and risk management. Ito yung mga sinasabi na sound system. Ito yung mga importanteng nakapaloob dapat sa isang kumpanya. Ito yung tumutulong para ma-ensure na asikaso ng maayos ang assets ng isang company. It also facilitates its effective and efficient operation by enabling it to respond appropriately to significant business, operational, financial compliance, and other risks to achieve the company's objectives. Sa application of risk management, merong completion of the guidance on internal control produced by the working party led by Nigel Turnbull. The Institute of Chartered Accounts, ICA, published a briefing to aid its implementation. It provides clear, unambiguous guidance on how to implement risk management. Nagsagawa ng isang briefing ang Turnbull or na pinangunahan ni Nigel Turnbull. Ang aim ng briefing na isinagawa nila was to be a source of timely, practical help to those directors who wish to take steps to implement the new guidance in a straightforward way which will bring business benefits. Yung briefing na isinagawa ni Nigel Turnbull, meron siyang key messages para sa lahat ng companies, para sa mga tagapakinig. Una na rito is, do not delay in implementing Turnbull. Obtain management buy-in at all levels of the organization. Prepare a plan. Identify clear company objectives. Prioritize the risk to the achievement of the objectives. Establish a clear risk management policy and control strategies. Consult throughout the business. Improve the business culture where appropriate. Keep it simple and straightforward. Monitor continuously. Avoid audit committee overload. Incorporate Turnbull in your management and governance processes. Aim to obtain business improvement. Dito sa briefing na isinagawa, dito natin malalaman kung anong ba yung mga magandang makakatulong sa isang company para maging maganda yung takbo ng internal control. Dahil din sa briefing, malaki yung naging benefits niya para sa mga company. Nakasabi dito that the Turnbull guidance is about the adaptation of a risk-based approach to establishing a system of internal control and reviewing its effectiveness. Further, it explains the importance of effective risk management in that when directors have set goals as part of long-term planning, the emergence of risk can mean that a company's realized goals are very different from its intended desired goals. One of the greatest strengths of the briefing is that it spells out the benefits of implementing risk management through a focus on the management of change to seize opportunities and minimize downside risks as follows. The briefing states the following potential benefits of effective risk management. Dito naman nakasaad yung magiging potential benefits kapag mayroong effective risk management ang isang company. Nanguna rito ang early mover into new business areas, greater likelihood of achieving business objectives, higher share prices over the longer term, reduction in management time spent firefighting, increased likelihood of change initiative being achieved, more focus internally on doing the right things properly, lower cost of capital, better basis of strategy setting, achievement of competitive advantage, and fewer sudden shocks and unwelcome surprise. The next topic is the Cadbury Committee. Cadbury Committee is remembered for making 3 principal recommendations on subject of internal control. But first, I will define what is Cadbury Committee or the term Cadbury Report. The Corporate Governance Committee was set up in May 1991 by the Financial Reporting Council, the stock exchange, and the accountancy profession in response to continuing concern about standards of financial reporting and accountability. Dito nga nagkaroon ng recommendation ng Cadbury Committee na makakatulong para makatulong sa internal control ng bawat company. Una na rito ang consider that director should be responsible for maintaining a system of internal control. Second, was that director should make a statement in the report and accounts on the effectiveness of their system of internal control. Third is that accounting profession should take the lead in developing criteria for assessing effective system of internal control, guidance for companies on the form in which director should report, and guidance on relevant audit procedures and the form in which auditor should report. The next one is the Hampel Committee. Hampel Committee report challenged the practicalities of the recommendation of the Cadbury Committee in terms of its recommendation regarding internal control. Hampel explained that the word effectiveness had proved difficult for both directors and auditors alike in the context of public reporting. Its concern had been expressed that the concept of the existence of a process that could determine effectiveness and offer absolute assurance against misstatement or errors was inappropriate as no system of control was foolproof against human error or deliberate override. The next one is the Smith Review. Smith Review, discussed in Chapter 2, it provides guidance designed to assist company or boards in making suitable arrangements for their audit companies. Also, Smith Review help identify potential weaknesses in internal controls and provide practical recommendations to improve internal controls and reduce risk. OECD, or also known as the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It was formed to promote policies designed to achieve economic growth and employment and raise the standard of living while maintaining financial stability. What would be the main purpose of OECD, or the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development? The purpose of this is to improve the global economy and promote world trade. It provides an outlet for the governments of different countries to work together to find solutions.
Good day everyone, my name is Roel Malinis and I'm from Group 2. I will be reporting about internal control and risk management.
So my topic is about internal control and risk management. So let's start by defining what is internal control. So internal control is a system designed, introduced, and maintained by the company's management and top-level executives to provide a substantial degree of assurance in achieving business objectives while complying with the policies and laws, safeguarding the assets, maintaining efficiency and effectiveness in regular operations, and the reliability of financial statements. So internal control is simply a kind of system that is being observed and maintained by the upper level management of a certain company. The directors are the ones who are the primary responsible about the operation of this system, because this is basically about protecting the investors' investments and assets of the company. It is important for the top-level executive to introduce and design this system in their company in order for them to safeguard the assets, as I already told you lately, and for them to also maintain the efficiency and effectiveness of the company's regular operation and the reliability of financial standards. So there are three types of internal control. The preventive, detective, and corrective controls. So in preventive, these controls are introduced in the field to stop errors and irregularities from taking place. So from the word itself, prevent, which means to stop, it is simply about stopping errors and irregularities. Corruption, for example, take place in the operation of the company. If ever there's some errors that occurred or happen, that's when detective controls will take over. It says here, these controls are implemented to reveal errors and irregularities once they take place. So it is clearly means that the job of this type of control is to find the primary reason of the error that happened. And once the error has finally detected, then it is the time for it to be corrected. So corrective controls are designed to take corrective action for removing errors and irregularities. It is the time for the upper level executives to make a decision, the best decision that the company must apply in order for them to correct about carefully making good decisions and risk-taking in order to have full control and secure what the company is measuring. It is being connected to the internal control, as I have said a while ago. Simply because since internal control system focuses on taking full security about the safety of the organization's capital and operation, risk management focuses on the decisions and next steps that the organization can take to resolve the errors that's been detected by the internal control system. So basically, risk management tends to help the upper executives in making decisions. Next is context of internal control and risk management. So this figure shows the context of internal control and risk management based on the Combined Code of 2003. It involves the HM Treasury Financial Services Authority, Financial Report Council, London Stock Exchange, and the Institute of Financial Accountants. So we can see here that the Financial Services and Markets Act 2000 provides the FSA, a non-governmental body with statutory power. The FSA is consisted of chairman, CEO, 3 managing directors, and 11 non-executive directors, which are all appointed by the HM Treasury. So this board sets all the overall policy of a certain organization. The FSA is the listing authority and the authority for the listing of company shares and other securities for trading on public stock exchanges. And the FSA is also governs listing by the application of the listing rules, which control the trade by issuers of their securities on the LSE or London Stock Exchange. The listing rules, as you can see here in the figure, are published by the FSA itself. The Combined Code of Corporate Governance on July 2003, which is published by the FRC, is added to the listing rules. So this code reflects guidance produced by Higgs, Smith, and Turnbull. And the last topic is embedding internal control and risk management. So the systems of internal control and risk management adopted by different companies will vary according to company-specific factors, including the nature of business, the markets and regulatory environments in which a company operates, and the attitudes of shareholders and directors towards risk-taking. The board is responsible for ensuring the development and maintenance of an embedded system of internal control and risk management based on a continuous cycle of activities encompassing the company's policies and procedures. The allocation of tasks and responsibilities is its communication processes and its cultural and behavioral norms. So as I have said, it is the primary responsibility of the board of directors to maintain and secure the organization's capital and operation. So embedding or applying internal control and risk management system is definitely their responsibility as well when it comes to its development and maintenance. So by adapting this system to the organization's operation, it will make a change not just to company-specific factors but also to its nature of business, including also the markets and regulatory environments, and also most importantly the attitudes of the
shareholders and directors when it comes to risk taking. And that's all. Thank